Absolutely. Yes, sir. Well, good afternoon. Mr. Chair and Senators, this afternoon I'd like to present AB 2307 for your consideration. AB 2307 protects consumers from credit card fraud and identity theft at the gas pump by requiring service agents to report to their county sealer any credit card skimming devices found in the course of their work. Credit card skimmers are devices inserted by criminals into a gas pump where they collect information from the credit cards being used, including PIN numbers and security codes. The information is then either collected later by the criminal or is transmitted wirelessly to a computer where it can be collected and then used to commit fraud. More and more California is seeing this activity. In 2015, for example, there was an inspection conducted at 33 gas stations in Los Angeles and Ventura counties by personnel from the LA County Agricultural Commissioner's Office, numerous federal and local law enforcement agencies, an energy corporation, and a financial service corporation, which found that 10 credit card skimmers at 8 different gas stations. And unfortunately, there is no uniform process for dealing with these devices when they are discovered by a service agent working on a gas pump in California. Reports from county sealers throughout California indicate that service agents oftentimes dispose of these skimmers into the garbage or just hand them over to gas station attendants instead of reporting the problems. AB 2307 will require service agents to report credit card skimming devices and turn in all evidence within 24 hours to their county sealer or law enforcement agency. Today I have Mr. Matt Seiverling on behalf of my sponsor, California Agricultural Commissioners and Sealers Association.
Move the bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Rivera.
Mr. Chair and members, Matt Seiverling on behalf of the California Agricultural Commissioners and Sealers Association. As Mr. Chow said, this taps into an existing resource of trained able professionals who can identify and remove these skimming devices quickly, get the machines back into use, and protect the public from being threatened by identity fraud. The last thing we want is for these skimming devices to be discarded, to fall through the cracks, not be identified and gathered by appropriate law enforcement. And the patterns and practices that we identify by gathering more data, by getting our hands on more of these things, when we're lucky enough to find them, will really help us determine the best course of action to move forward and really reverse this troubling trend. Ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Others in support? Seeing no one, is there anyone here in opposition? Bringing it back to the committee. Any comments, questions, or comments? We have a motion from Senator Gaines.
Can I see how it works, that little skimmer?
Would you like to demonstrate?
But I will move. We have a motion already.
We do have a motion coming up.
So there's a variety of different kinds of skimmers, different technologies, and the moment we get our hands on one and kind of identify how to attack one, they come at us a different way. This one was pulled from the internal guts of the machine. Someone either came along to a fuel dispenser with the key already to unlock it, or they cracked it open with a crowbar, plugged this into the back of the credit card skimming device, and then hid this within the mechanics of the machine. They have to come back with this kind. This isn't a wireless model, and basically remove it and plug it into a laptop, download all the information which is stored in a chip in this part of it, and then basically run the card through this machine, which downloads all the information from the credit cards it was gathering, and turn this into the credit card that was run through the gas pump in the first place. Another common way that you or your staff might have seen, there's an external model where they basically clip something over the top of the gas pump that looks exactly like the surface of the machine in the first place. They do that at ATM machines as well. So you're actually sliding it through the device and out, and you'd be none the wiser because it looks exactly the same as it did before. So it's a rampant problem. We're finding it when we do have the resources to go out and look more and more often as we get people out there to find them. So.
Other questions?
I think this
Very good.
prize for the year.
That's a price. Yeah, it would be. Very good. We do have a motion from Senator Gaines. Would the assistant please call the roll?
Motion is due pass to Senate Appropriations Committee. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates. Aye. Bates, aye. Block.
Aye.
Block, aye. Gaines.
Aye.
Gaines, aye. Galgiani. Hernandez.
Aye.
Hernandez, aye. Jackson.
Aye.
Jackson, aye. Mendoza.
Aye.
Mendoza, aye. Wachowski.
Aye.
Wachowski, aye. 8.
That bill has 8 votes. We'll hold the roll open for absent members.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Assembly Member Chow.
So we do the consent calendar?
We did the consent calendar, but we would be happy to go back and In fact, what we will do is open the roll on item number 2, AB 1575. Please call the absent members.
Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates. Galgiani. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye.
6-1. And we'll close the roll on that. That bill is out. And the consent calendar, please. Please call the roll of absent members.
Bates.
Aye.
Bates, aye. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson.
Aye.
Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. 9-0 out.
Those bills have 9 votes, and the consent calendar is out. And
That's it.
I think we've got all of them.
We have 6, 7, 8,
Oh.
but they're not here.
Assemblymember Jones Sawyer, welcome. Item number 7, AB 2385. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Senators. I would like to accept the committee's proposed technical amendments. AB 2385 allows Los Angeles-based medical marijuana dispensaries that are in compliance with Proposition D to apply for and receive a state medical marijuana license. The bill clarifies that the state licensing authority's determination of whether an applicant is in compliance with Proposition D is based on a written or electronic notification provided by the City of Los Angeles to the licensing authority. Furthermore, AB 2385 states that a subsequent enacted initiative that allows the City of Los Angeles to issue local medical cannabis licenses will supersede the exemption for local licensing in Los Angeles created by this bill. As such, this bill does not circumvent local control. In fact, a motion to support this bill has been introduced by the Los Angeles City Council member and former Assembly member Paul Koretz, who seconded by Council President Herb Wesson and will be voted on by the entire City Council in the near future. I respectfully ask for your aye vote. My witnesses aren't here right now, but I had UFCW Sam Rodriguez if he ever gets here.
Okay, we have, is anyone here in support of the bill? Any witnesses in opposition? Bringing it back to the committee, we have no comments or questions, and a motion from Senator Hernandez. I'm sorry, Senator Mendoza. My apologies for that, Senator Mendoza. It sounded like it came from that angle. So we have a motion from Senator Mendoza. Please, I'm sorry,
Just a
Senator
comment.
Bates.
Yeah, I like this, where it's going. I just need to get confirmation from my locals that it's not usurping local authority. That was the question brought to me by League of Cities or whomever. So anyway, I think the voters have spoken in your city too, Measure D. So I think it's, again, probably moving in the right direction, but I'm going to abstain for the moment. Thank you.
Yes, and it's very important for me. I'm from the City of Los Angeles, worked here for 25 years, so it's extremely important that we do not usurp local control.
Good. Thank you, Senator Bates. Senator Block.
Now that we have a star witness here, I was wondering if we could hear from him.
Do we have to?
I'll talk past the yes.
Mr. Chair and members, Marvin Pineda with the United Cannabis Business Alliance in support. Our members are Measure D compliant medical marijuana operators, and this bill simply clarifies that we could apply and receive a state license. We ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Others in support?
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, we've been working on this for over a year. Because of the author's experience in working as a city administrator of City of LA and working with the Council President Herb Wesson, we feel fairly confident that this bridge gap legislation will be well received by all parties included, and we respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Very good. Thank you. See, no one there was a motion by Senator Mendoza. Very good. Assistant, please call the roll.
Motion is due pass as amended to Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates. Locke. Locke, aye. Gaines. Gaines, no. Galgiani. Hernandez. Hernandez, aye. Jackson. Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye. 6-1.
The bill has 6 votes. It should be enough, but we'll hold the roll open for absent members.
Thank you very much, committee.
Thank you very much. You okay there, big guy? All right, we're looking for a couple of authors.
Pest Control Board to update and modernize their code section governing pest control operators. These changes come from the board's act review committee, which consists of industry, environmental, and consumer representatives, and has been updating their codes to ensure customers are protected under a modern world and not one from the 1970s. This latest recommendations would allow language to correct a limitation in the Structural Pest Control Act by authorizing Branch 1 and Branch 2 registered companies to hire or employ unlicensed individuals to perform work on contracts after a licensed operator or field representative has fully negotiated or signed the contract. It would also ensure that a registered company shall not hire or employ any individual to perform work that would otherwise require license. Excuse me. Additionally, AB 2529 would provide guidelines for county enforcement personnel to take administrative action against an employee or an employer when it finds that that employee has failed to wear the proper personal protective equipment. Members, these recommendations are common sense changes to strengthen the consumer protections and add clarity to the industry. And with me, I have Susan Saylor.
Move the bill.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hi, Chair and Vice Chair and members of the committee. Yes, I'm Susan Saylor, the Executive Officer for the Structural Pest Control Board. So, of course, I'm here in support of the bill. The senators has already addressed everything as far as how we got here and where it came from in the Act Review Committee. But if you have technical questions, I'll answer those for you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Are there witnesses in support?
Laura Parr, on behalf of the Pest Control Operators of California, we want to thank the committee staff and the author for working with us on this bill, and we're in strong support. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Is there anyone here also in support? Is there anyone here in opposition? Seeing no one, bringing it back, questions or comments? We do have a motion pending from Senator Gaines. We have a motion to pass. Please, the assistant, please call the roll.
Motion is to pass the Senate Appropriations. Hill.
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates.
Aye.
Bates, aye. Block. Gaines. Aye. Gaines, aye. Galgiani. Hernandez.
Aye.
Hernandez, aye. Jackson.
Aye.
Jackson, aye. Mendoza. Wachowski. Aye. Wachowski, aye. 6.
The bill has 6 votes. We'll hold the roll open for absent members, but you do have enough to get it out. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if I could announce that at the request of the author, item number 12, AB 2672, has been pulled from the agenda today.
We will be quick.
And you can catch your breath. Take your
No
time.
need, but thank you. AB 2437 is actually a very simple bill. What we're trying to rectify is make sure that nail salon workers truly understand their role as employees rather than as independent contractors. It's been misconstrued. We think by posting proper signage in the proper language, which is determined to be Spanish, Spanish, Vietnamese, and I believe Korean, that would really help alleviate the situation. There is no fiscal cost. We've been able to work with the labor commissioner to increase the enforcement within their budget, and very proud to be able to work with the department and kind of do education that way. So respectfully ask for aye vote.
Good. And you had some author's amendments in here as well?
Yes, I believe we took the. Yeah, so we took the amendments.
These are your amendments?
Oh, sorry, my amendments. Yes,
Right.
I apologize. Yes.
Okay. Very good. Yes, witnesses in support?
Andrew Medina with Asian Americans Advancing Justice California, speaking in strong support as one of the co-sponsors of the bill. Due to language and cultural barriers among nail salon owners and employees, there remains persistent confusion about workplace law. So we feel that this bill is a good first step towards ensuring that nail salon workers are aware of their labor rights by requiring the postage of signage. It's also important to note with the author's amendments that there'll be translations in Korean, Spanish, and Vietnamese. In the Asian American community, 1/3 of our community are limited English proficient, so this will be very helpful for these workers to be able to understand their rights. So supporting the education of our workers and their rights is a key solution to addressing labor violations affecting our nail salon workers.
Very good. Thank you for the testimony. Are there others in support? Is there anyone here in opposition to the legislation? Seeing no one, bring it back. Any questions or comments from the committee? Very good. Would you like to close?
Just respectfully ask for aye vote. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you
And
very
thank you
much.
for your patience.
Thank you. We have a motion from Senator Hernandez. Please call the roll.
Motion is due pass as amended to Senate Appropriations. Hill?
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates? Block? Aye. Block, aye. Gaines? No. Gaines, no. Galgiani? Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Jackson? Aye. Jackson, aye. Mendoza? Bykowski? Aye. Bykowski, aye. 5-1.
Bill has 5 votes. We'll hold the roll over for the absent members. But
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll move to item number 11, AB 2560, Assemblymember Obernolte. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Colleagues, AB 2560 solves a potential problem concerning the certification of public accountants from other states to practice in California. Prior to 2002, there was a practice privilege in which CPAs from other states would notice the Board of Accountancy and pay a fee in order to exercise those privileges in the state of California. In 2002, Governor Brown signed a bill establishing a new practice privilege where such CPAs, without notification, without payment of a fee, would be recognized to practice in California. The board is concerned that in some states that have requirements that are not equivalent to those in the state of California, that public safety might be jeopardized by certifying these CPAs here in the state of California. So they have proposed a solution where they could exercise emergency authority to require those CPAs to file notice with the board and pay a fee before being able to practice here in California. The reason why they would like to do this is that under normal circumstances, going through the rulemaking process would take them 12 to 18 months, and they want to guarantee that public safety is not jeopardized through this lack of equivalency. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
I do have one. If you know, I thought a lot of this had to do with substantially equivalent in terms of the recognition of those out-of-state CPAs. If there was if there were a determination that a particular school or state was not substantially equivalent, what would happen to those CPAs that are in California and that are presently and currently practicing in California? Would they be grandfathered, or would they have to leave? Would they have to then apply for California standards and licensure?
Well, my understanding is that they would then be required to go through the prior practice privilege application process where they would file notice with the board and pay the fee. But I'll defer to my colleague from the Board of Accountants.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Mr. Chairman and members. Patty Bowers on behalf of the California Board of Accountancy, the sponsor of the bill. And that is correct. Individuals from an identified state would be required to go under the old practice privilege program that required prior notice to the board. They would pay a fee. That application would be online, and providing they had no disqualifying conditions, their practice rights would be given immediately. If they had any disqualifying conditions, then there would be a requirement that we would give them approval before they could practice in California.
But if the determination is that the education or the standards were not substantially equivalent, wouldn't that automatically place them at a disadvantage or at a lower level or a lower standard than what would be accepted in California? But you wouldn't be testing or questioning that. It would just be an application fee and notification then, correct?
This process focuses on the enforcement practices of the other states as opposed to the education, experience, and licensure requirements. So the review that we're presently doing is to look at the other states' enforcement practices to make sure that consumers are safeguarded against any inappropriate practice of the licensees. And so we would, by having them notify us and get our approval, they would come under California's enforcement program, the Board of Accountancy's enforcement program.
Thank you very much for that. Other questions? Any questions? Comments? Questions? Very good. We have a motion. Oh, would you like to close?
I respectfully request your aye vote. Thank you, Mr.
very
Chair.
much, Assemblymember Obernolte. We have a motion from Senator Gaines. The assistant, please call the roll.
Sure. Motion is due pass to Senate Appropriations Committee. Hill?
Aye.
Hill, aye. Bates? Block? Aye. Block, aye. Gaines? Aye. Gaines, aye. Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye. Hernandez? Aye. Hernandez, aye. Jackson? Aye. Jackson, aye. Mendoza? Wachowski? Aye. Wachowski, aye.
We have eight votes. That does have enough to get out of the committee, but we'll hold the roll open for the absent member.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. And we will move on. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very good. We will call the...
7-0, by the way.
That was... Which was 7-0? Oh, that was 7-0. Sorry. Not 8-0. Okay, we'll go to item number 2. Please call the absent members. AB 1575. Is that out? Oh, that is out. Okay. We'll go to item number 4, AB 2179. Current vote is 8-0. Please call the absent members.
Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye.
9-0. That bill is out. Item number 5, AB 2307.
Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye.
That has 9 votes. That bill is out. Item number 7, AB 2385. Please call the absent members.
Bates? Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye. 7-1, that's out.
Bill has 7 to 1. 7-1. The bill is out. I can talk. Item number 8, AB 2437. Please call the absent members.
Bates? Galgiani? Mendoza?
Bill has 5 to 1.
Leave it open.
We'll leave the roll open for the absent member there. And then we'll move to item number 10, AB 2529. Please call the absent members.
Block? Aye. Block, aye. Galgiani? Aye. Galgiani, aye. Mendoza?
8-0. We'll hold the roll open for the absent member. And item number 11, AB 2560. Please call the absent members.
Bates? Mendoza?
7-0. We'll hold the roll open for the absent members. So we have now left... Bates and Senator Mendoza. Absent member?
Bates. Galgiani. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye. 6-1.
6-1. We'll hold the roll open for absent members. Item number 10, AB 2529. Please call the absent member.
Mendoza. Mendoza, aye.
That bill has 9 votes, and that is out. Item number 11, please call the absent members.
Bates. Mendoza. Mendoza, aye.
Bill has 8 votes, and we'll hold the roll open for the absent member. We will now call the absent members on item number 8 one last time.
Bates.
Please, Bates.
Galgiani. Okay, that's 6-1.
That bill has 6 to 1, and that bill is out. Moving to item number 11, AB 2560. Please call the absent member.
Bates.
Bill has 8 votes, and that bill is out. So this hearing is adjourned.